we're beating the odds, and I think that's a really beautiful thing. Hi, my name is Dasha, and I'm a junior social work major and also an Act 6 scholar here at George Fox. So I'm in my junior year here at Fox, and I'm a social work major. I stumbled upon it freshman year. I actually came in undeclared, and it's super okay to come in undeclared, by the way. So my roommate, she's a social work major, and she's like, hey, you're undeclared. Why don't you take an intro to social work class? So I did, and I fell in love pretty much instantly. I really enjoy it, and I'm really excited to see how much I grow as I continue to aspire towards my goals in social work. So right now I'm in my second class of the day. I'm in a cohort, which is super exciting because as a junior, you get to, get introduced to your cohort that you're gonna have over the next 2 years. This is the group that I'm working with for our particular project right now. Delana over here, Taylor, and this is Sophie. We're all doing a project right now on a social problem, and we chose racism and how that affects individuals as they develop. I think this really just captures what social work is. It's really just helping the marginalized, trying to understand social structures and social problems so that we can help people and empower people. This is Vlad. Vlad is one of my Codray brothers. We're in Codray 12, so we're both juniors. And what do you have to say about being an Act 6 scholar and being a Mosaic scholar, and like what that's been like in your journey here at Fox?
Oh my gosh, it's just been like life-changing, to be honest. So the people who oversee the scholarship is Bryce, Cofield, and Jenny Elsie, and they have helped me so much into develop my cultural humility, cultural competency, and like what it means to be a leader and what it means to fight for social justice in a Christian setting. Very grateful and super excited to talk about Act 6 in any way that it looks like. And it just changed my life for the better, and I'm just so excited to be here.
I second all of that. It's really a beautiful thing that we get to be a part of as scholars. Like, you really just have a built-in community. And thank you for sharing, Vlad. So these are the food carts. I think Vlad got a burger and I got pad thai, so it looks delicious. So I just got back from lunch. We're back in the IRC. There's some more people in here that I want to introduce you all to. So this is Susie, and she's also in the IRC right now. So we're both in the junior social work cohort, and we're gonna make our way over to a couch. And Susie, do you mind just telling them a little bit about your social work experience and what it's been like being a junior in the program?
Yeah. So definitely this year, now that we're finally taking all of our courses for social work, we've definitely been having lots of like life-giving conversations about social justice, human rights, and integrating that into our work, and getting to work alongside amazing women like Dasha right here.
Right, it's so awesome. Like, she is a powerhouse. She's also the president of the LHC Latin Heritage Club on campus, and it's really an honor getting to be a student alongside her. So thank you for giving a little spill. So I just got home from most of my classes, so I'll take you guys on a little mini tour of Lashana. I live in Lashana apartments this year, which are on-campus apartments. I live with 5 other girls who are amazing. One of them is right here. Her name's Emily. She's my roommate. So yeah, this is our living room, the kitchen space. That is so great. Oh, and we have a little chore chart here. This is a good method to use, I would say, a tip if you're gonna live in an apartment or a house with anyone. This is my room. I share it with one other person, Emily. You met her over there. I would say a really great self-care tip is to just give yourself time throughout the day, whatever that looks like, to kind of just like reflect, kind of listen to your body. Like, do you need to eat food? Do you need to drink water? Do you need to pray? Definitely make time for yourself, as well as the things that you're committing to, because you have to have that balance, and I think it's a good balance to have. So that is one big tip from me. All right, so it's later in the night, and so that means it's time to grind and study. So right now I'm with Delana, who you guys met earlier, and she's actually an RA for Gully, which is a freshman dorm. Here we have Micah, who's another Mosaic scholar also. Nathan over here. We also have Heidi. RAs are so fun. They really make campus a great place to be. So, question for you guys. What is the best part about being an RA?
All right, my favorite thing about being an RA has definitely been the relationships that I've gotten to make from it. Not only like the residents on my floor, but then also like in the staff and with other RAs as well.
Hang out and go to floor dinners.
Nathan?
And the activities.
Yeah.
Hunger Games.
Lots of activities. Yep, never a dull moment on campus. We're gonna go study now, and you guys get to see what we're studying for, so. got a little bit of a dance break. We're studying now. We have a test tomorrow. Do you have any tips for like how you stay organized like throughout the school year?
I think for me, as an individual, I really enjoy like being really artsy and being creative. And one way that I've been able to kind of have like my creativity is I use a bullet journal. So I make like a weekly spread every week where it has room for every single day of the week, and then this is the weekend, and that's where I like write down my assignments. So it's pretty much like a calendar or a planner for me. I've got a page that has like some motivations. This one says do small things with great love, and then some self-care goals, academic goals. And so that's a really great opportunity for me to kind of do something that I really enjoy, but then also like use it for school.
Definitely it's all about finding what works best for you, because that's going to look different for everyone. But thank you for sharing.
Of course.
Hey everyone, it's a beautiful day right now. Right now I'm outside of the social work house. And so we're gonna go in and talk to a professor. Her name's Erin Johnson. She's super amazing. And we're just gonna ask her some questions. So come on and follow me in and you'll get to meet her. Hi Erin. Hi. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Erin, what kind of brought you to George Fox, and what do you love about the environment here?
I love being in the classroom because students of this generation are passionately committed to social justice. So I love being a part of that growth and development for them.
When you think about like the social work program in specific here at George Fox, what do you think like makes it unique?
Being able to launch students who can go out into the world and say like we care about people and we care about justice is important to me. I think that's unique to who we are here. But the thing that I've wrestled with my whole life is my faith is deeply the center of my life, and I'm passionate about that. And I'm also very passionate about social justice. For me, that's what I think makes us unique here at George Fox, is that we have the opportunity to do both.
Thank you for sharing and talking with me today.
Yeah. See you in a bit.
See ya. Hello again. We're in Stevens right now. We're about to go into my Practice 1 class with Erin, who I talked to a few hours ago. It really just helps us get the skills that we need for going out into the social work field and working with clients. So today we're actually going to be doing role playing and kind of working with clients who are actually going to be played by senior social work majors. So it's going to be really exciting, a little nerve-wracking, but I'm excited. So we're going to go on ahead in.
Stop you there. Sorry, I got carried away, and I was like, yeah, keep going.
We're gonna go ahead and head into the Intercultural Resource Center. I'm gonna talk to Bryson here. He's the director of the IRC. So follow me on in. How does like Mosaic Scholars and like Axis, how does that all kind of like fit together?
Yeah, so Mosaic Scholars, like I said, are a combination of 3 different scholarships. Part of what we know though is that when folks are in cohorts, they are more likely to develop what's called a sense of belonging. Mosaic Scholars does that through creating a large cohort, so they can have more likelihood of developing community.
So being in the IRC and stuff, what makes this space like so special for students?
In the IRC, hopefully it's a space where people know they can come to wrestle deeply with questions about inequity, and the ability for the space to hold those tensions and those hard questions in loving ways, I think also allows this space to feel special.
We're gonna kick them out now and answer some questions that students like you have for me. So thank you, Bryce.
You're welcome.
We're just gonna head right on in. Possible future plans. That's a fun question because I think something that you're gonna hear a lot when you're on college campus is a lot of college students just being like, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. And I feel like I'm in that space right now in this season of life. It could look like grad school. George Fox has a wonderful accelerated program for masters in social work. I also know that there is job opportunities. So that could look like working at the county or working with a nonprofit. How do I balance time as an Act 6 student? This is a good one. The responsibilities of an Act 6 student and also like the responsibilities like of an academic student, it comes with a lot. And so before we get to that state of overwhelmingness, I feel like you can take preventative measures by making sure that the things that you're investing yourself in are life-giving. You know, you have these great support systems just here, even in the IRC, just being like, man, I need to take a break. Just really taking advantage of the community you have here because that's what it's here for. And then advice for prospective students: get involved. And again, that'll come pretty naturally if you're a Mosaic scholar, because I mean, it's part of our role is to be involved. But I mean, there's so many opportunities. This is a really great time to kind of find where your passions are, and George Fox just provides a lot of those options. Okay, so it's Thursday, which means it's kind of Friday because it is mid-semester break, so we don't have classes tomorrow. So I decided to go bike riding with some friends of mine down in Portland. What's really cool about Portland is that it's only about like 45 minutes away from campus, and then they have these bikes like scattered across Portland that is like very cheap to ride. So this is a really fun activity to do if you just want to like get off campus or explore Portland. So we're gonna ride up to Tillicum Bridge, which has a beautiful view of Portland, and I'll show you guys what that looks like when we get there. So this is P-Town at nighttime. As you can see, it's really, really gorgeous. There's a lot of lights and a lot of buildings, and then here's a close-up of Tillicum Bridge, which goes all the way up there. And it's a biking and walking bridge, so I don't even think cars really go on here. It's really just if you want to bike or if you want to walk. I think we're going to go to the food court, so I'll show you guys what that looks like too. But yeah, Portland is great, and we're not too far away from it at Fox. So now we're at the carts. Seems like a good nighttime stop for everyone right now. I'll give you as much of a pan as I can. Behind me, there's a bunch of lights and other carts. You can really get anything you want. I'm getting fries, but there's pad thai, there's gyros and burgers and tacos, and so this is a really nice spot to bike to, and we're gonna sit down and eat here for a second. So it's morning time, and I decided to go on a little walk because I'm a little groggy, and so, you know, the crisp air kind of wakes me up. But I was thinking about ways that, you know, I balance my life as an Act 6 scholar and as a student. It can be hard going to a predominantly white campus and having so much social unrest going on in the world and racial inequities that are in some form or another always at the forefront of my emotions and my feelings and my thinking, and not having that necessarily shared by others on campus because, you know, can't expect them to. It's not their lived experience. But with Act 6, it makes it less of an obstacle because it's literally a built-in community that does understand and that does have like similar lived experiences. They really just invest in their students and invest in their leadership potential, and they see that potential and they're like, yes, like you go out and you get those goals, you get those aspirations, which I just have found to be so helpful on my journey here. I mean, the leaders that we have, Bryce and Jenny, they just are always there for you. Like if you want to go get coffee and rant about life, or if you have a problem that you can't really solve, like they're there to listen to you. And I know that I always have the Intercultural Resource Center, and I know that I always have my cadre, and I always have my cohort and Mosaic scholars who just have grit for, you know, self-improvement and for getting through college and for doing things that people have told them that they can't do, you know, like we're beating the odds, and I think that's a really beautiful thing. All right, well, thank you for joining me. I hope I settled some nerves and answered your questions, and I'll see y'all when you come to George Fox.